everyone, it's Kirsty. If I keep looking down tonight, I've just got a list of stuff I want to get through, so I usually try and plan out my videos a bit, but I just thought I'd write down a couple of points. And some of the things I'm going to talk about is fear of failure, social anxiety, going hungry, being naughty, and some of the good stuff. So I'm a month out from surgery now. I was a month out on Thursday. It's Sunday. I went to see my surgeon on Wednesday, and they were very happy with me and cleared me to do exercise and go on normal diet. Now, the first thing that happened when they approved me for normal exercise is I kind of freaked. I kind of went, oh no, I can't do that because of my knee. Now, my knee's been really good in terms of pain. Barely been on any painkillers. If I twist or anything, oh, looks like I'm getting naked here. If I twist or anything, it gets a bit pingy. It's just that I feel it. Yesterday I did a lot of standing and walking and dancing, getting ready for my mum's birthday. I went for a walk in the morning, had a bit of a dance with Kia while I was cleaning up the house. We had the music going and stuff, got a sweat up, got my heart rate up, so that was good. So that fear that I felt when he said go run, I went, I can't run. How does he expect me to run? Is lessening, and I have a recumbent bike which I'm going to be using, but just moving as much as I can and not sitting on the couch all day. So I weighed in today at 115.7 kilos. I think the last video I was around 117, maybe, I can't remember. But I lost around about 8 kilos since the operation, so that's in a month. And most of that was in the first 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks went past and I was losing a lot, obviously, because all you can have is fluids and clear. And I had a lot of clear fluids for a lot of that because I found I couldn't stomach milky drinks, and sweet drinks were just making me feel sick. And then what happened was I went to mushy foods and I stalled for 2 weeks. So I didn't really lose any weight, and I found that really confronting. And this is where I'm talking about that fear of failure coming in. It just wasn't moving. It was sticking to around 117, 118, and I thought the operation hadn't worked. I thought that I might have had a leak. I thought everything I could possibly think, even though I had been online with support groups and stuff. And it happens a lot at that 2 to 3 week stage where you stall because your body is just going, what the fuck have you done to me? So I was, yeah, that fear of failure really kicked in, and almost to the point where I was like, oh, I'm not going to even try. I'm just going to eat what I want to eat. I'm not going to try and control my diet, even though I can't eat much. It doesn't matter what I eat. So I was thinking that, but I wasn't doing that, even though I was thinking it. Yeah. And one of the parts of that was social anxiety. So I've done these videos from the start, and everyone at my work knows that I've been going through this journey. All my family know. And it got to the point where I felt like all I talk about is my weight. That's all I talk about. And all I talk about is me. and it's all me, my weight, and I began to feel like it was bullshit. I didn't want to talk about me anymore. I want to know how your day is going, and yeah, I'm fine. Let's talk about you. And then going back to work. So the thing about going back to work and everyone knowing is you kind of want to have this big transformation and show everyone how well you're doing. I definitely got, wow, a lot of feedback. You look great, wow, you know, all this sort of stuff. It's going really well, all that sort of stuff. So it was one of those things where it was really nice to be acknowledged. And I had to get some new clothes for work because everything's loose, including this singlet. Because everything, especially my tops, like I've lost a lot of boob mass, and I've lost some of my arms and around my waist, so that I'm just swimming in my tops. But it was that double-edged sort of, coming into work, I'm getting all this attention, but I don't necessarily want all this attention all at once. And it wasn't too bad, but it's definitely confronting. And you do feel like you have to show people that you have done something, especially because you have talked about it and they know what's going on. So yeah, the other thing is with my food addiction and going hungry, I have a deep-seated fear of going hungry. When I was younger, I moved out of home quite young, 15, 16 years of age. And I was in a situation where I didn't have a lot of access to food. So I went hungry a lot, to the point where I was malnourished, I had scurvy, I was very, very skinny. At the age of 18, I was all ribs and the bones were sticking out of my back. Going hungry is a big fear of mine, and that's probably one of the reasons why I ended up putting on so much weight, because I don't like to be hungry. And my impulse when I'm hungry is to eat. Now the food addiction is doing something to me because I'm not physically hungry, but I'm mentally hungry. And I'm trying to stay away from white carbs and all that sort of stuff, and protein and vegetables. My main staples are protein and vegetables and OptiFast. I'm still having OptiFast every morning just because it's easy to do on the way to work, and I know I'm getting vitamins and minerals out of it. I'm having my Elevate every day, and the reason why I'm having Elevate is because it's got the iron in it. Now I did buy these Fuel sachets, and I couldn't stomach them to start off with. I'm guessing that I will be able to soon, but I found them it was like crushing up a multivitamin, and putting it in a drink for me with like heaps of sugar. But yeah, so the food addiction with that mental fear of going hungry is something that I'm really dealing with at the moment, and that brings me into being naughty, right? So you get really specific instructions from your surgeon when you have a gastric sleeve operation, and towards the end of the 3rd week, I hadn't been shopping or anything. I was not very organised, and it came to night time and I needed a nighttime snack. And I didn't want to cook and eat, but I wanted protein. So I thought, I'm doing pretty well, everything's cool, I'll go and have some almonds, a handful of almonds. So I ate them, I chewed them really well and didn't have any problem swallowing them. Then at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I went to bed and I went and laid flat. 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up choking. I had vomit in my mouth and I had breathed it in. And it was very, very scary. It's like having a instant asthma attack. So I was wheezing and I was bubbling and all that sort of stuff, and I got up and I walked to the kitchen because my daughter was actually in my bed, and I'm standing there just coughing and coughing and bringing up this stuff out of my lungs. Luckily I had a puffer, otherwise I think it would have taken a lot longer to recover. So I managed to have a couple of puffs on my puffer and cough up all the gunk that was in my lungs. And in this time, my daughter woke up and my mum woke up. My mum's staying in the in her caravan in my driveway, so that just gives you an idea of how much I was hacking. So I managed to settle down, but it was really, really scary. And I went to the doctor the next day, and they said, look, it sounds like you got everything out. Listen to my lungs, they were okay. But they said, you know, because you breathed in, possibly breathed in food particles, you're at risk to have aspiration pneumonia, which is when you get a piece of food stuck in your lungs. Your lungs have the response where they're trying to get rid of a foreign body. You fill up with phlegm and fluid in your lungs and can't breathe. So, and the treatment for that is antibiotics. So she said, you know, if you have any fever, any feeling of heaviness in your chest at all, come back, we'll do antibiotics. I've been fine. I'm never eating almonds again. It was pretty damn scary. So don't be naughty. Follow the surgeon's instructions. I was lucky, but I felt really stupid. And yeah, overconfident, which Kirsty tends to do sometimes. So yeah, follow the instructions. Let's get to the good stuff. So I'm not in pain when I get out of bed in the morning anymore. I used to get out, I used to wake up and I'd have to sit up because my body would be sore and stiff. And I'd have to sit on the edge of the bed and let the blood go down to my feet. And then I would get up, and I'd get up and I'd shuffle to the bathroom. And it would hurt. My feet would hurt, my legs would hurt, my knee would hurt, my back would hurt. I don't have that anymore. I had a little bit of stiffness in my feet this morning because I was on my feet pretty much all day yesterday, but I don't have that anymore. Breathing a lot easier, not getting puffed out walking across the road or walking up 3 stairs or anything like that, which is beautiful. Buying new clothes is always fun. My daughter and I are playing a lot more together. I'm not stuck on the couch because I'm so tired or I'm so sore or I'm so just friggin' lazy. It's a lot easier for me to get around, and I love that. And I'm definitely feeling more like myself. In terms of, I always felt like I wasn't the size I was, but my body was telling me that I was. It was very philosophical, but you get it. I mean, if you've been that big, especially if you've come from being smaller to that big, you don't feel that. And I didn't notice it so much. Doing some comparison photos on my Instagram and stuff, I really didn't realize how much bulk I had on my face or on my body. I guess you trick yourself into thinking that it's not that bad, or you're used to the way you look, or I don't know, but it's a really weird feeling. I see a lot of photos on the support group I am on Instagram. It's an Australian gastric sleeve support group, and a lot of and there are a lot of women, there's some men too, and that's great, but a lot of them say they never ever want to look that way again. But I think when you're in it, you don't feel like you look that bad. I don't know. So anyway, things are going really well. I'm on a normal diet now, of course, but very small portions. But I'm also being disciplined because I really want this to work, and I know it's a tool. So yeah, if you're having any troubles, if you're especially in the early stages after surgery, get in contact, ask me anything. I'm happy to help you out. You are normal. We all go through stuff. It is not as easy as it seems when you're going into it, but you can do it. All right. All right, everybody. Be good to people. Bye.